58th consecutive Thanksgiving matchup between the visiting 5-4 Cumberland Clippers and the host 4-5 Woonsocket Villanovans. Both teams coming off disappointing playoff losses 20 days ago are looking to salvage their season in this rivalry. At this time, I'm Kevin Callahan. Let's bring in Brendan McGeer from the Woonsocket Call Sports Radio. Brendan, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Kevin.
Great to see you.
And happy Thanksgiving to all the listeners out there. You know, we're fortunate. It's a great weather day. I wouldn't call it a Chamber of Commerce day because usually that's reserved for the 60, 70 days, but plenty of sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect day for the conclusion of the 2022 high school football season.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. Brendan, you and I have had nothing but perfect weather all season long, and today it's going to be a high of, I believe, 48 degrees today. It's 37 right now, no wind, and only getting warmer. I mean, picture perfect day. I guess not a Chamber of Commerce day like you said, but
but it's a great day out there. And you mentioned, Kevin, it's been a long time since these two teams have played. They had playoff games, I believe, the first Friday in November. Cumberland went down to Westerly and they lost. We had the Cranston West Woonsocket game. That was a great game. Didn't go the Novans' way. It's a chance to kind of go into the offseason on a winning note. That's the objective today. And if you're Cumberland, you're looking to keep that coveted trophy back on the Mendon Road campus for another year.
And Cumberland, has won 9 of their last 10 games in this rivalry, including, as I talked to some of the Woonsocket coaches, 55-0 last year, and they're looking to erase that memory and make new memories starting today.
And we should also mention that head coach Charlie Bebo, he will not be coaching this team in the Novans today, serving the second of a 2-game suspension dating back to the regular season finale that we had against Barrington, which a game that seems like eons ago, but this is the second game that the Novans have played since that suspension, and you might as well serve it now and not let that carry over into next year.
No, it's a great point. It was kind of like if this was hockey, it was like a bench minor that he got served with. So you're listening to WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM. You're watching on WoonsocketRadio.com. With that said, happy Thanksgiving. We're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have Marty Crowley, AD of Cumberland, who's up here in the press box. Thank you very much. We'll see you back in a few right after this.
When it comes to kitchen and bath remodel projects, no one wants to feel like they have to tame a lion. That's why the team at Countertops by Superior consistently deliver the highest quality and customer satisfaction you've come to know and expect. Countertops by Superior has a 5-step process to getting new kitchen or bath countertops in your home. First step is a free, all-inclusive in-home sales quote. Second step, you choose a stone for your countertop. Third step is they'll visit your home and formulate an exact template for your countertops. Fourth step, you come back to the showroom to digitally lay the template out on your chosen stone. The fifth step is installation day. Countertops by Superior invites you to their showroom and you can see for yourself all the beautiful stones in the slab room. No circus at Countertops by Superior. 840 Cumberland Hill Road, Woonsocket. Visit them online at countertopsbysuperior.com. Any make, any model, Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet will service your vehicle whether you bought it there or not. Going on right now at Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet, oil change and tire rotation, including complimentary multi-point vehicle inspection, car wash and vacuum for $69.95, alignment special $89.95, and full vehicle reconditioning specials inside and out starting at $199. Tasker Buick GMC Chevrolet on Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. You will be satisfied.
And welcome back to Barry Field. I am joined by Cumberland Athletic Director Marty Crowley. Marty, doing a little research on the game. Back in 1962, Cumberland played Middletown, Rhode Island. 1963 played Bishop Finn, and now here we from 1964 until today, Woonsocket. What can you tell us about the rivalry? How excited are you for today?
First of all, good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks to WON, AM, and FM once again, and the camera crew and Dave in the truck for getting us out on the air. It's one of the greatest rivalries in Rhode Island. Before that, though, Woonsocket used to play Mount St. Charles in football.
Yes.
When Mount St. Charles did have football. So border rivalries, I don't know how it started, but I'm glad that it did. as you know, it is the third longest Rhode Island rivalry. But you would disagree with that. I'm okay with you disagreeing.
Yeah,
with that.
I like to give this one the second longest because it's uninterrupted.
Correct.
The other one was interrupted, so we're going to go with we're going to dismiss Westerly and Stonington because
Yeah,
Stonington's
it's
from
it crosses
Connecticut.
borders.
We cannot dismiss East Providence and LaSalle. That's been going on for 90 some
No,
odd
you
years.
cannot.
But here, continuous since 1964. Cumberland comes in this rivalry 35, 18, and 4 in this rivalry.
Yeah, we've done a lot of games, whether it's myself, Brendan, and Andy, or now you and Brendan, the second year in a row doing it, that we've had good weather, bad weather, or with Lou and Tommy, same thing, 60-degree weather, rain, mud. The one thing about Thanksgiving Day is it doesn't matter what your record is, it goes out the window. And for your seniors, as Cumberland last night had all their seniors in, they had their team in, and they had all the alumni come in to do their, usual pre-game, pre-night Thanksgiving thing. I was talking to Coach Lima prior to the game, and he said, I got to a lot of the guys, especially the seniors, because this is the last time you're putting on the uniform. And so even though both these teams did get eliminated from playoff contention, this is your Super Bowl on Thanksgiving Day.
It's they honor all the seniors on senior night during the year. Thinking back on that, I think senior night is for the parents, and this is the truly senior day.
Right.
This is the emotional day for the kids when they take off the uniform. And as you know, for 93% of these seniors are not going to be playing college sports.
Oh, right, that's it. And the other thing too is, you grew up in Woonsocket, you grew up in Cumberland, you're playing for your hometown. It's more than you. It's about your community. It's about your district, about your school, and it's about you're playing for everybody who's ever worn that uniform before you, whether it says Cumberland or Woonsocket, in terms of this rivalry. But it's a beautiful morning. The field's in great shape, and looking forward to a great game here. The 58th annual Thanksgiving Day Classic between the Clippers and the Novans.
Yeah, just an incredible day. And we like to thank everybody for listening here on WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, WoonsocketRadio.com. One last question, Marty, before we move on. This is your first year as athletic director at Cumberland. How's the transition been from coaching 3 teams? I think you're only coaching 2 teams now.
Down to 2.
and the transition to be an athletic director at Cumberland.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. The young men and the young ladies who represent our athletic programs, the more you dig into it, not that we didn't know that, they're also great student athletes for us, and we are an education-based athletic program, as is Woonsocket. It's watching everybody in practice every day, how hard they work in practice and in contest, and the passion that our coaches have. And the backing of our administration, too, is second to none, right from our superintendent, Dr. Thornton, Mr. Damani, the assistant superintendent, to our principal, Mr. Costa. Very supportive of our athletic programs and the athletic program in general. And grateful to you once again for putting this game. And, of course, thanks to our sponsors here on ONM and FM for getting us out on the air every week.
Yes.
We wouldn't have the opportunity as, we are one of, there's only one other station that does it, and young Bob Angel down in WADK down on the island. But thanks to Dave and everybody for getting us out on the air. And happy Thanksgiving to all. And as always, go Blue. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Marty, thank you very much. With that, we're going to go to our next commercial break. You're watching and listening to WOON Radio, WoonsocketRadio.com, 1240 AM, 99.5 FM. And when we come back from commercial, Brendan and I will break down this upcoming game for you. We'll be back right after
When
this.
you want delicious barbecue, and I mean real traditional Southern-style barbecue, there's only one place to go. Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue in Cumberland. From beef brisket, pulled pork, and pulled chicken to specialty sandwiches and salads, plus a litany of sides, Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue has what you're craving when you crave barbecue. Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue on Menden Road in the Sierra Plaza, Cumberland. Visit GottaQ.net. Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue is barbecue with attitude. Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue is open Thursday through Monday, 11 to 8.
When you're ill and need same-day care, remember North Smithfield Urgent Care and Lincoln Urgent Care for affordable and accessible care. You'll always be seen by a board-certified physician who will assess the problem and make you feel safe and reassured. Check their websites for convenient patient and medical forms, which you may fill out before the visit. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. And Lincoln Urgent Care, 2 Wake Robin Road, Lincoln, 333-9595.
Since 1948, their motto has been to give every customer the very best in quality service as well as attention to detail. And that promise continues today at Michaux's Auto Body, a modern 5-stall facility with the latest in technology. Michaux's Auto Body knows that following an accident, you need reassurance about the entire process, including reports, insurance, rentals, and more. Their promise is to give each person all that they are paying for, and then some. Michaux's Auto Body on Privilege Street, Woonsocket, 769-1983.
Welcome back to historic Barry Field here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island for today's 58th annual contest between the Woonsocket Villanovans and the Cumberland Clippers. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We bring back to the booth Brendan McGeer. And Brendan, welcome back. And what do you see out of tonight's game?
Well, yeah, this morning's game, actually. We're used to doing games at night, Kevin, but I'm looking forward to the quarterback matchup in this one. Evan Spencer, we saw him against St. Ray's earlier this year, and it was kind of a pivotal moment for that Cumberland team because if fans remember, the Clippers went in undefeated in that game, and St. Rayfield, who ended up being the D2 Super Bowl champion, they were kind of like pushing to see where they stood. And then on the flip side, you have Dante Melton, the junior quarterback. Novans got off to a great start, similar to Cumberland, got off to 3-0 in league play, kind of scuffled at the end, and they're looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. But looking forward to the quarterback matchup in this one because a year from now, the odds are pretty good we'll be seeing both of these guys in this particular game.
And talking to Coach Lima before the game, in that St. Ray's game, Evan Spencer got hurt. And he missed a game. He is back and fully healthy for this game. So to your point, it should be a great quarterback matchup today.
Yeah, there are two coaches who, programs that like to throw the ball and to use their quarterback. So we could be in for a little bit of a long game per se. So if you got the turkey in the oven, just make sure it goes in correctly. You don't want anything overcooked or anything like that.
There is one individual milestone that is up for grabs. Junior running back. Let me just get his name right here. Andrew Ray has 925 yards on the season. He averages 102.8 yards per game. If he can get 75 yards, he will be a 1,000-yard rusher. He has over 1,000 total yards through receiving and kick returns and such, but he has 925 rushing yards. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Coach Lima did not say that they would focus on that as much, but he's not against it happening.
No, absolutely not. But Evan Spencer can also run the ball as well. And but that 6.3 yards per carry by Andrew Ray, that's very impressive. And so was the 4 100-plus games. Cumberland came in looking to maybe in the season run the ball a little bit more. Not really ready to hand over the passing keys completely. Evan Spencer, even though he is a talented player. So it's a chance for some guys to, like you said, build some milestones and also gain some momentum going to the offseason because, like we said, the last time that these two teams played, they walked off the field as seeing their playoff runs come to an end, probably a little bit earlier than either one thought.
We're going to take another commercial break as the captains gather at midfield. So we are moments away from kickoff here at Barry Field. You'll listen to WOON, 1240 AM and 99.5 FM, OneSocketRadio.com.
State Line Service and Tire Center services all vehicles, including late model cars and light trucks. Your late model vehicle is a highly sophisticated piece of equipment featuring a network of sensors and switches that monitor engine performance and efficiency. When a problem arises, it's important for your technician to know if your check engine light warning is a real problem or just a sensor computer issue. So be safe and be sure. Don, Kevin, and Sean believe in communicating and explaining. State Line Service and Tire Center, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket, at the State Line.
When you install a garage door, don't forget the safety factor. Woonsocket Door Sales suggests you visit their website at woonsocketdoorsales.com and read about all the new technology available to make your garage and your home safe. In addition to your vehicles, your garage may store valuable tools and equipment. It may also have access to your home. Their website also features a variety of designs and comments about satisfied customers. Woonsocket Door Sales in Cumberland, 767-3448. They install, repair, and service all types of garage doors for commercial and residential.
And Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Welcome back to Barry Field in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. We are moments away from the national anthem started by the Woonsocket High School Band. But Brendan, picture-perfect day here. Again, we talked about it briefly, but I can't get over it.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Not a cloud in the sky. And as we pause here for the national anthem.
And a fantastic job done by the Woonsocket High School Band on the playing of the national anthem. We are moments away from the kickoff. We'll take our final commercial break before the start of the game. You'll listen to Rhode Island High School football on WOON 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and you're watching on Woonsocketradio.com.
Remember when buying insurance was an easy thing to do? There weren't as many types of life insurance products to choose from. Now every company has a different type of plan or plans, and it's always hard to compare apples to oranges. At Hunter Insurance, they know how to help you find an insurance plan that you can understand to protect your life and keep that protection within your budget. Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
Quality, compassion, community is Landmark Medical Center. But why choose Landmark? Here's why. You get the care you need without traveling far from home. Also, you'll receive heart care, wound healing, and preventative care and services. Plus, you get emergency care 24 hours a day, every day at Landmark Medical Center. Your community hospital is Landmark Medical Center, 115 Cass Avenue, Woonsocket. Visit landmarkmedical.org for more information.
Benjamin Wilcox kicking off to Cumberland, received by number 20, Logan Fay, the sophomore, as he brings it out to the 30-yard line. Kind of a high, not necessarily short, but a good kick to the 20-yard line return to the, we'll see if the spot is at the 30-yard line, where Cumberland will take over, going left to right across your TV screen. And that's also going from the north to the south end zone here, and they do spot the ball, 1st and 10 from the 30.
Well, I'd like to bring up one point before we dive into this first down play here, Kevin. Cumberland is wearing their blue uniforms, which they would normally wear at home, and Woonsocket is wearing their traditional maroons. You know, it reminds me of you're a big hockey guy, Kevin.
Yes.
You remember the flap a few weeks ago with the Bruins and the Vancouver Canucks both came out in white jerseys.
Yes.
So luckily we'll be able to tell the difference here today, but just to know both teams are wearing their home uniforms.
Evan Spencer rolls to the right, looks for help, and gets a hit. And as he gets hit, he gets rid of the ball, and that ball is officially incomplete, intended for Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray briefly mentioned that he has an outside shot at 1,000 yards, needing 75.
Just going on that play, it looked like one of the referees wondered if Evan Spencer stepped out of bounds before throwing the pass. Just a brief conference ruled an incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I thought Spencer actually did a nice job of not going out of bounds, stopped, planted his foot, and then threw back across his body, falling just incomplete. We'll be mentioning Andrew Ray, the junior, his name a lot this game, as we've mentioned it all year. 2nd and 10 for the Clippers. Spencer goes into shotgun formation. Twin receivers up top, one to his right. Looking for a hard snap. Try to draw some offside. Woonsocket does not bite. Spencer stays in shotgun formation, 2nd and 10 from the 30. We are just underway here, and there is a handoff to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray breaks the 30, close to the 38-yard line.
Tackled by number 75, Trenton Bryn.
And yes, Andrew Ray, who comes in with 925 yards on the season for a 6.3 average, 12 touchdowns as well on the year. So 3rd What do we like to say, Brendan?
Third and manageable, Kevin Callahan, but nice north-south running there by Andrew Ray as the first positive play of the day in this, like you said, this Thanksgiving rivalry between two longtime rivals.
58th consecutive game, and there is a handoff to Ray, and Ray's got positive yards out to the 43, 44-yard line for a first down. Cumberland's first down of the game, as we are at 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. We are just underway on a picture-perfect, about 40 degrees, supposed to go to about 47 degrees, no wind. You couldn't ask for a better day today on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that is listening and watching. Cumberland coming in with a 5-4 record. Woonsocket 4-5, but like Marty Crowley, he mentioned, all records don't matter in this game. This is a rivalry game for the seniors. This is the last time to dress up. Spencer in shotgun formation, drop back. He's looking right, and he looks like he's intended for, and that is a completed pass.
Nope, incomplete.
Ruled incomplete to Tay Mirbot, the second leading receiver on the Clippers.
Cumberland ball, 2nd and 10.
Right at that mud frost sideline there. I thought maybe he did get his feet down. Referees ruled that he did not. So second down coming up for the Clippers. They're at their own 45-yard line, 44. They need to get to the 46-yard line of Woonsocket. A lot of history for both teams on Thanksgiving, and not just with each other. We'll talk about that. Cumberland, I was surprised to find out, has a little bit of history before Woonsocket, and Woonsocket has a lot of history before playing Cumberland. And there's a handoff to Ray. Ray tries to get to the outside and tackled by number 17, Joe Greenlist, just a freshman, and a big tackle as he stopped Ray for a minimum gain, maybe even a loss. So there is a flag.
Yeah, nice one-on-one play that time by Greenlist coming up and making the play on a difficult running back to bring down.
We got our first warning of the day. The Woonsocket team was outside that box. So there was a flag down. The referee told them to back up. The Woonsocket on the near side, there is a box here that the players are not allowed to leave, or else it will be a penalty. We have seen it called a couple times this year, Brendan. So there was a warning given to the Woonsocket bench.
Well, to note that being on the field before the game, Kevin, like we were, the area by where the teams are standing is pretty muddy, so I'm sure the officials are very cognizant of not wanting to slip.
Spencer goes incomplete to Tay Mirbot. It's having a 4th down, and it's tough to see because it was all frost when I first got here, and that frost is now melted into mud, so there's no distinguishable line, or you can see where the line is blurred or muddied, if you will. So 4th down, interesting call here from their own 47-yard line. First interesting call of the day for head coach Josh Lima on 4th and, let's say about 8.
Call about 4th and 7, I think.
And they are going for it.
Shotgun formation, one back set.
No hard count, but there is a whistle. And there's a timeout called on the field. So as Cumberland takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Thanksgiving Day Football on WOON, Woonsocket Radio.
The readers of Rhode Island Monthly Magazine have voted Cumberland House of Pizza best pizza and grinder in the Blackstone Valley, and with good reason. If it's been too long, you owe it to yourself to stop into Cumberland House of Pizza to rediscover the fantastic pizzas and grinders and all the amazing food on their menu. Everything made from scratch. Be sure to check their Facebook page for the newest specials. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road, 1/2 mile south of Cumberland High School. Visit chopsri.com.
Welcome back to Barry Field here for the 58th annual Thanksgiving game. Can't express that enough. The huge crowd here in attendance. A lot of Cumberland fans lining the fence along the far side, supporting the Cumberland team. A lot of Woonsocket fans sitting right here underneath us in the stands. I wouldn't say it's capacity, but it's a good-sized crowd today.
We have both bands on our side of the field because the bleachers on the other side have been deemed not working.
Oh, and they do go for a punt, and Spencer punted that, and it's going to be a good punt as it takes a Cumberland roll, and that is going to be down at about the 15-yard line. So a nice little surprise punt, kind of like a pooch punt.
A pooch punt, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. And you wonder sometimes what the plays are going to be called out of a timeout. I thought it would have been a little bit risky, Kevin, to go for it this early in the game, but pooch punt, you back your team up, and we'll see what Dante Melton and the offense can do as the The ball will start with inside the 20-yard line.
Look for a heavy dose of Jonathan Pagaro on the ground through the air. We talked throughout the year, Dante Melton has got some tremendous receivers and athletes, and Jamari Barr, Braylon Roquez, and Vincenzo Caseri, as well as Andre Bell. Any one of those four can break a touchdown. Cumberland will have their hands full. Melton gets the snap just a little bit too soon. He dishes it off to Caseri in the back. That is ruled incomplete to Caseri. And it's actually a good thing he caught that. That was almost a lateral, but it was straight across for an incomplete pass.
You know, you mentioned some of the key players for Woonsocket offensively, but we should also highlight Xavier Luke, how, you know, we saw him in the Barrington game and again in the Cranston West playoff game, how Woonsocket went more with a heavy set. They had some trouble, particularly when they were in the midst of their 3-game losing streak, of finishing drives, particularly close to the goal line, so they went with a heavier package, and that allowed them to at least get some more success on the ground as the season went from October to November.
And I was talking to acting head coach Ed Ouellette before the game, and how Xavier Luke kind of came out of nowhere, became a touchdown machine, ended up rushing for 60 yards on the year, but led the team in rushing touchdowns with 4. And Melton in shotgun formation, and they hand off to, it looks like it's Pagaro, and Pagaro goes nowhere. Actually, he goes backwards, back towards his own, he's near his own goal line. Looks like they're spotting the ball, Brendan, at the 1.
Yeah,
I believe we missed a penalty, too, because it looks like they need to get to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like there was must have been a holding penalty because they got knocked out 10 yards.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 22 yards for a first down. Exactly where Woonsocket did not want to be in their own end zone, trying to go right to left across your TV dial and across your radio dial. And now Cumberland defense is going to be thinking safety here on 3rd and long in an obvious passing situation. Tough sun. We needed to come up just a little bit more, and then we'll be all set. And Melton kind of calls his own number just to take it up the gut a bit to kind of get better field position for the upcoming punt. So you agree with that call?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? At that point, you kind of maybe concede a little bit. You're not going to want to throw a pass right here to try and get everything. You might as well give the punter some room to operate, because this could be the first. Here we are, about what? 7 and change to go here in the first quarter, and we're looking at our first pivotal moment of this contest.
No, that's a good point, because where they were before, if that pass does go incomplete, he's punting from the back of his end zone. Now he'll receive the snap in the middle of his end zone and then punt it from the end zone as punter Benjamin Wilcox. Standing back in his own end zone, waiting for the snap. Wonder if he's looking for another 5 yards, hoping that Cumberland will jump. They do not. Low snap, bounces, played well by Wilcox. Gets to kick off a line drive punt, lands at the 25 to 35, rolls to the 40, and finally downed at the 45-yard line. Cumberland will take over with their best field position of the day. First and 10 from the Woonsocket 45. When we come back, Cumberland will take over from the Woonsocket 45. You'll listen on WOON and WoonsocketRadio.com.
The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union is a full-service community credit union featuring many products and services, including mobile banking, courtesy pay, and overdraft protection, online banking, and bill pay, plus access to 30,000 no-fee ATMs. Refinance your dealer car loan and get up to $300 to refinance. The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union, Monument Square, Woonsocket, and 100 Old River Road in Lincoln. Courteous, prompt, helpful service.
Back from the timeout, Evan Spencer looking deep on the opening pass. He has a receiver, and he just overthrows number 5, Tay Mirbot. That's the 3rd or 4th time that he's targeted Mirbot. They've not been able to connect just yet. He had a step, but just overthrew him.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage down the field for Mirbot. Just a couple ticks slow. Nice thrown ball there by Evan Spencer. A lot of, but just didn't hang up in the air long enough for Mirbot to try to even get close to getting his fingers on it.
I'm sure Spencer is very eager to get back playing a regular role there. No wind to knock that ball down, as it's so windy in the Northeast, but not today. Spencer back in shotgun and does a handoff. Woonsocket reads the handoff perfectly, and then Andrew Ray on the run gets maybe a yard to the 44-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9 as we tick towards 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. There is no score. Cumberland with their best field position after taking over on a punt. 3rd and 9 coming up from the 44 for the Clippers. Spencer in shotgun formation. Mehrbot to the near side. No one on the left side. Spencer going back. Hands it off to Ray. And again, Woonsocket reads that perfectly. It's going to be 4th and about 8 from the 40. Actually, I think that was no gain, Brendan.
Yeah, it looked like a no game, but just to highlight the previous play, Michael Cinquantini coming up and making the stop on. It looked like it was that second down play, just a little bit of a delayed handoff between the quarterback and the running back, and then maybe that split-second indecision cost the Clippers trying to get something substantial there.
Coach Roulette was singling out St. Quintini before the game, saying he's just an absolute ferocious leader playing with a broken thumb. That he allowed me to say on the air. So
usually, Coach, that's a very Bill Belichick like to disclose about information. As Bill Belichick likes to say, the injury report comes out at Wednesday at 4. We'll make sure to get you a copy.
Another pooch punt. We didn't want to call it because it looked like the Clippers were lining up to go for it. And that ball is going to roll out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Wow. What a punt for Evan Spencer on the pooch punt. You can't ask for anything better. When we come, there is a late flag. We'll stay right here and see what the flag is. Actually, let's let them sort that out. When we come back, we'll tell you what this, because there's 2 flags out. We'll sort it out for you. Well, you're listening to Rhode Island High School Thanksgiving football. No score between Cumberland and Woonsocket on WOON.
This is Robert Stewart, President of Woonsocket Teachers Guild, wishing the Woonsocket High School Villanova football team health and success this season. The educators of Woonsocket are excited about this school year. We see their smiles, backpacks, clothes, but most importantly, we see their joy. Let us celebrate this football season because it is easy to appreciate the excitement our student athletes are generating this year in high school sports. On behalf of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, thank you for supporting our schools, and we hope to see you at the games.
Welcome back as we sort that out. 2 personal fouls, 1 against each team, offsetting penalties. They were just kind of exchanging recipes as they determined.
Well, I think it's probably discussing what do you like better, sweet potato or mashed potato? What's your favorite side?
Exactly. And the referee said, come on, let's go, delay a game. So, beautiful pooch punt. Brendan, we say that's on the 3-yard line?
I say it looks like at the 2.
The 2?
I'm going to say at the 2, but once again, very tough sledding in terms of field position for the Novans here as they begin their second drive.
Melton fakes to Pagaro and completes to Vincenzo Casari, the senior, and they get positive yards. Not enough for a first, but good to see Woonsocket go in positive directions. They go right to left across your TV screen with under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. They need to get to the 12. They are spotting the ball.
Looks like at the 9-yard line.
The 9-yard line. So we'll go with 2nd and 3. Could use those hash marks and a little bit brighter on the a little bit brighter on the yard markers on the field. The sun is just glaring off the white. It's tough to see. 2nd and 3. Melton again remains in shotgun formation. Pagaro to his left. Twins to his left. Single receiver to the right. Fakes to Pagaro. Goes back. No, he hands it off to Pagaro. My mistake. I got faked out, and Cumberland reads it beautifully. It's going to be 3rd and long now. I think he lost about 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, they definitely met the line of scrimmage, and going backwards there was Jonathan Pagaro.
Looks like they are spotting the ball inside the 10. You heard the PA announcer say 3rd and 5, so that would be a loss of 2 on that play. Another interesting play call coming up from Woonsocket as they desperately want to get out of their own territory where they have lived in this first quarter.
Yeah, punting from the 1-yard line, not healthy, and right now their ball's at the 7-yard line. Once again, if you're Woonsocket, what do you do right here? Do you try to throwing the ball here, run the risk of an incomplete pass? Doesn't give your punter a lot of room here to operate.
Exactly, and so it's 3rd and 5. He's got trips to the left. He's got a single receiver to the right. Shotgun formation. He puts Pagaro in motion, and Melton's going to call his own number. Goes right up the gut. He's got a first down and more. He's out across the 20 to the 25, down at the 27-yard line. And that was a great play call as the sky is just opened up. You can drive a truck through that hole, Brendan.
Watching Patrick Conserve, the Cumberland senior, try to come off the edge. Dante Melton did the opposite. He went the other way. He found the hole. And it looked like he kind of got a little bit bored there, Kevin. It looked like he slipped at the end. But more importantly, the Novans get the first down and out of the shadow of their own goal line.
Melton has rushed for 232